Okay. Good morning. Today I'm joined by Brian Masaba, national team captain of the Uganda Cricket Cranes. And he's in Nairobi to play in the NPCA Super League for the Ruaraka Sports Club team. How are you, Brian? How has your experience been over the last 1 week?
I'm well. It's been a good experience. I mean,
Yeah.
just being out there on the park, playing some cricket.
Yeah.
As you know, we've not been able to get any cricket back home because of the lockdown. So
Yeah.
this was a perfect opportunity for us to come out here and just play some cricket.
Yeah. Were you in the middle of playing the league, or you were just about to begin before the lockdown? Because I saw you were training.
Yeah, we're training as a national team. We've been training for a while actually. They'd started some sort of elite league club competition. We're a few games in when the lockdown came down, so we weren't able to finish that. But we'd at least started trying to play some games.
All right. So you played one match against Swamibapa on Sunday. It didn't go so well for your side. Was
No,
spin
it didn't.
and spin was the greatest factor. James picked 6 wickets. How are you going to face Kanbis this week, who are 4 spinners, considering how you played last weekend?
Last weekend against Swami, we were still trying to find our feet. We'd not had game time in all close to 2 months, so we're a bit rusty. But we've been working hard this week. We've been working on a few plans. Obviously, we know Kanbis has a strong spin attack, so we've made plans to try and counter that, and hopefully we put up a better showing on Sunday.
Do you feel that you've improved as spin players?
It's an area we've been working really hard on. Obviously, it having been a weakness Ugandan cricket for a long time. So over the past 2-3 years, it's an area we've been very specific about improving our game against spin. So we hope we can show just a bit of that on Sunday against Kanbis.
Yeah, I know you traveled to Asia. Is it this year or last year? Did that help?
Yeah, we've actually gone to India quite a number of times now. Obviously, the pitches there favor spin bowling. We interacted with a lot of coaches regarding the approach and mindset when playing spin. But even back home, there's been a deliberate effort to prepare wickets that favor spin so that guys can get better against it. So there's been a concerted effort both by the players and management to help guys improve against spin bowling.
So you think if you go for the World Cup, you can make it in Oman and UAE?
That would be nice. That would be nice. But I think the biggest part about facing spin bowling is belief in yourself, in your skill sets. To combat spin, you've got to be brave and you've got to be proactive. You can't just sit back and let them bowl at you. So I think that's one of the key elements to playing spin, and I'd like to think it's an area we've really improved ourselves in.
I may not recall, but have you played the NPCA before?
Personally, no, this is my first time. First time playing NPCA for me.
So I know you've been around for just a week. How would you compare our clubs to the clubs that play in your league back home?
Well, I've just had a look at just the one club, but from what I can see, the level of competition is pretty good. Obviously, I've done a little research on the other clubs as well. Just looking at the players that they have, obviously guys have played against at national team level in the past and at franchise level in the East Africa Cup and Premier League back then. So the clubs look pretty balanced. There are 4 or 5 strong clubs. So I expect that the level of competition is quite good, which is exactly what we came here to look for. So yeah, that has been good to see. And hopefully all the games remain as tough as the last one against Swami.
How has the preparation been during the week? I saw you training here and there. How has the preparation been in comparison to what you do?
It's been good. Obviously, it's a different setting. Out here, we're literally on our own, so we've got to be able to motivate ourselves, put in the hard work, remind ourselves what we're trying to achieve here and why we're here. So we've tried to work as hard as possible. This week, we've pushed ourselves both physically and mentally because we really want to do well for Ruaraka. I mean, we're not here just to pass the time. So we really want to put in the performances. So yeah, we've got to keep putting the hard work in.
What's the nature of your league? Do you have the Super League Division 1 and 2 like we do?
Yes, it's pretty much the same. We've got a Division 1 tournament that's got about 8 or 9 clubs. But the difference I've noticed is that here, back home, we've got promotion and demotion. So 2 clubs get demoted at the end of the season and 2 get promoted. The difference here is that I've seen a lot of the clubs have B sides and C sides, which is not the case back home. Back home, it's just lots of different clubs. The top 2 at the end of the season get promoted to Division 1 and the bottom 2 drop down.
They should have told you we also have promotions and demotions. So if you don't play well for Ruaraka, they might get it.
Yeah, just another extra reason for us to do well.
Yes, it is. So professionally, what lessons will you borrow from here, and what can you transport from Uganda to the NPCA League?
First and foremost, this is obviously a learning process for us. Like learning never stops. So there's lots of experienced players in the league here. So obviously we'll be watching, trying to learn. They know the conditions better than us. They know the ground. So it's a lot of learning for us just by interacting with the guys. This past week we've tried to glean as much information as we can from some of the experienced guys like Coach Jimmy Kamende and Coach Thomas. Just interacting with them, they've given us a word on how to go about things here. So it's a huge learning curve for us. We're just trying to learn as much as possible in the shortest time so that we can adapt and get better. But obviously, the most important thing is game time, where we really appreciate that because we cannot play games back home right now. Yeah. And considering the busy schedule ahead for both Uganda and Kenya national team, it's been especially important for us to come out here and play. So we're really very appreciative.
So you've been seeing the boys coming to play in our league. Some of our boys and girls have been coming to play in your league. Now that you're here, you've seen it, you're going to be around for the next 2 or so weeks. Would you encourage your boys and girls to come and play in our league? We're also starting the ladies' league on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm one of the biggest advocates of guys going and playing in foreign environments because it takes you out of your comfort zone. It's never easy to leave home and go and play somewhere else, but it grows you as an individual, it grows your game because you've got to adapt to different conditions, different food, different weather. So yeah, it helps you grow your game. And I think also for the East African cooperation, because I think the only way we're all going to get better is if we help each other. So it's especially important that we support each other in this kind of way. Guys coming over and playing in Ugandan players coming over and playing here. I think that's the only way we'll grow the game for both countries. So yeah, I hope this is the start of many more guys, playing in the different leagues. I'm hoping a few more guys can come over from Uganda and play for different clubs. It would be nice to come out against familiar faces in the future. So
sure. Yeah.
I hope that happens in the next few weeks.
Okay. Speaking of the national teams, you're topping the Cricket World Cup Challenge League B. You have 10 points, with 5 matches to go. Kenya has, 3 points? What is the best case scenario for you guys? Do you see your team making it to the playoffs?
Well, obviously, that is the end goal. Would be delighted to qualify top of a group, but we're trying not to look too far ahead. Again, it's just looking at the processes. We need to try and remember what got us there. Keep our heads down. Keep putting in the work. Basically, take it one game at a time. So yeah, we're just trying not to get too far ahead of ourselves. Again, just trying to get as ready as possible. Obviously, with COVID around, it's been difficult to know when exactly we'll play. But the important thing is just staying ready, making sure when the opportunity comes, we're good to go. So yeah.
So you came with Zephaniah, Arinaitwe, and Kenneth Waiswa. How are they doing?
They're well. They're well. Obviously, guys like Zephyr, he's been here a number of times before, so he's our go-to guy in regards to the questions. He knows his way around Nairobi.
Yeah.
He's behaving like a local right now. So yeah, a guy like Kenny, for him it's a bit of a first-time experience. So he's just trying to learn as much as possible. A young player coming through, very promising. But these are guys we're backing to do well for Uganda in the future. So it's really important that they come out here and play as many games as possible. So obviously me being the most senior guy here, it's just about keeping an eye out for them, and just making sure we stay on course.
I know Waiswa works so hard on his game. Does he get time to talk to the kids that Jimmy Kamende coaches around the park?
Yes, luckily for us, we're based right here at Ruaraka Sports Club. So obviously the facilities are available and we get to interact with a lot of the guys that come out here to play and train. And we are always happy to, give a word to some of the younger guys that might want to ask a few questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've been lucky with guys like Coach Jimmy Kamende and Coach Francis Otieno coming around. They obviously have massive connections to Ugandan cricket, so they are always more than happy to give a word of advice here and there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been really nice. I think we're in the right setup here at Ruaraka. They have a lot of youngsters coming through, and we're more than happy to help out wherever we can.
All right. Do you think you have home advantage on Sunday?
Yes, we're really hoping we do have home advantage. Obviously, you don't want to go and play a team like Kanbis at their home ground because you know what happens there. Yeah. So we're hoping to make it count at home. We've spoken about a few things that went wrong in the last game, and we've come up with a few plans. So it will be just about executing those plans that we spoke about, and sticking to the plan and making sure we try and win the key moments in the game.
Are they secret plans?
Yeah.
Oh well. So you've seen the Kanbis squad. You know maybe half of the players. There's Nelson, there's Bundi, there's Raket, Sachin. Does it intimidate you looking at your side that doesn't have quite the big names? Is it intimidating?
No, not quite. It's actually exciting on the other hand, because you want to play against strong opposition so you can test yourself and see exactly where you are. Yes, Kanbis has a pretty strong batting lineup, especially. Got a couple of very experienced guys in there. So we're really looking forward to the challenge. We also want to show what we can do. Because like I said, we've not come just to pass the time. We want to play well and do well for Ruaraka. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that game on Sunday, because we know it's a strong side, and that means the cricket will be tough.
Thank you so much, Brian. Finally, looking at the pitch, if you win the toss, what would you do?
Judging by the conditions and what we've seen, well, it's not my call, but if I was the captain, I'd probably bowl first.
Okay. So do you help around as a captain yourself? Do you help around during the match?
Yeah, obviously I try and if I see an area I think I can give some advice about, I try and pass it on to the captain. He's also made it clear that he values my input as a captain, obviously having some captaincy experience. So yeah, he asks questions and I try and help out here and there whenever I can in the field with a word of advice once or twice. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. All the best on Sunday.
Thank you.
We'll speak again after
Thanks.
the match. Yeah,
all right,
it's really a pleasure.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, bye-bye. Say hi to your teammates.